Okay, so good afternoon. Today we're going to have another chapter to review in preparation for a departmental exam. So we're going to review the topics on the hypothesis testing. Okay, so let's start. So we have the null hypothesis. The null hypothesis simply means that nothing new happening, and then the old theory is still true, and then the old standard is still correct, and then the system is in control. Now this particular phrase here is very important, especially in the production management later on. So the alternative hypothesis, so something is happening, and the new theory is true, and the new standard is true, and then system is out of control. Sorry for the presentation. Okay, and then let's start. So the alternative hypothesis, the null hypothesis, let's say for example that the population mean is 85%. Let's say if this is the grade or your prelim numerical grade. So let's say that the null hypothesis is the mean is 85%, and then the alternative hypothesis is the mean is not equal to 85%. We're just simply stating that it's not equal to 85%. So in this particular case, this kind of problem is what we know as the two-tailed test. Okay, commonly guys, two-tailed test is very easy to identify if there is a not equal here. Okay, so the graph, the two-tailed test looks like this one. Okay, and then some other problem. So the null hypothesis, the mean is 85%, and then let's say the alternative hypothesis that the mean grade of the entire population is less than 85%. So in this kind of problem, we call this one as the one-tailed test. Okay, and then it's very easy to identify in a problem. We just have to look for the keywords less than, okay, or smaller. So the test looks like this, and we have to be very careful here. In the two-tailed test, we have to divide the alpha, let's say the confidence level of 0.05, but in the one-tailed test, we don't have to divide that one. So that is very, very important that we can identify if it is a one-tailed or two-tailed test. Okay, so in this case here, the 0.05 are all in this portion here, this area here. Okay, take note again for the left side, for the less than. Okay, the graph is in this portion of the plot. Okay, if the greater than 85%, so that's also one-tailed test. Okay, so to the right, the shaded part is on the right side. But again, for the one-tailed test, the confidence level is always the whole value of the alpha, not divided by 2. Okay, so we have to follow the proposed framework of Ken Block. So we have to establish the null hypothesis. We have to determine the appropriate statistical test, set the alpha value. We have to establish the decision rule using the Z table, and then we also need to solve for, in practical application, the critical value later on. And then we have to gather sample data, but sometimes in our problem, the data are already gathered. And then we have to analyze the data, reach a statistical conclusion, and very important, we have to make a business decision or what's the implication of our results. Okay, but we have to revise a little bit. Before you draw, please put the Doraemon before the problem. Okay, the Doraemon first, the framework first, or if you want, the framework of the problem first before you try to solve the problem. Okay, in the next video we're going to solve some problems. See you and good luck.